5 hours here taking photographs, and at one point they said to me, will you look as if you're pouring coffee? And I said, yeah, okay. And they said, and will you smile at the table?
Yes.
And I went, what? And it said to me, but what it does is it pulls your face up and you look better, you know? That's it. Smile at the table.
We have to start doing that.
Run by Peter Higginbottom, who's done about 6 books on work, so you may get some further elucidation there. Pictures and information about uniforms and the history of them. So there it is. Thank you. So this is the company I worked for in Aberdeen, the James F. Donald Aberdeen Cinemas. There it is, JFD. All their cinemas, the male and female staff had these brown or variations of these brown uniforms, except one cinema which was navy blue and red, and I don't understand why it was different. And that's the doorman's coat from the city cinema, and there's the usherettes. There's me, aged 18, wearing black. These are women with tin helmets, which is a sign that either there was an air raid expected or there had just been one finished. So in case the ceilings came down on them, they had their heads protected. In the big cinemas in the West End of metropolitan cities, you may find 6 or maybe 8 projectionists, in which case the chief projectionist wore a white coat because he never did any work. And there's him there programming the automatic system for the projector. And there's another in the Odeon Doncaster with the rod, the metal rod that connects the 2 machines together for 3D. It's in Aberdeen. And we have a whole variety. This is a coat. So this is a doorman's coat for being out on the pavement, directing the queues and answering questions, opening the doors of cars arriving and so on. So in the wet British weather, the doorman often had a rubberized, waterproof coat to keep their uniforms dry. And on their peak caps, they would have a waterproof circle on the top against the weather. American magazines. Going back to 1913. Now, for people in Britain, you might recognize this man, possibly, John Laurie, as the miserable undertaker in Dad's Army, who keeps announcing, we're all doomed. So there he is in 1937, and in 1937 he lived at 1 Leinster Gardens West 2, and you could ring him up on Paddington 0860. Now, of course, because of stalkers and people celebrity obsessed, there's no personal details of people in the recent spotlights. But to see what looked like reality moving on the wall was very exciting and so on for people. It got to be that became less of a novelty as people saw more and more film. And there's a serial number at each end, and you go to the cinema, somebody's at the door, can I have your ticket please? You give your ticket, it's torn in half, and you get the half ticket back. Well, just occasionally when you go, it may be that the person already has an old half ticket from yesterday in their hand. And when they take your ticket, they palm your ticket. So the films are coming back perhaps 2 months after they'd first been shown for 3 days. And they were double features. But instead of having the main film and the supporting film the same as when they were shown for a week earlier, when they were new, they changed the second feature, and instead of being some crime, black and white crime film, it was some big production like Calamity Jane, Ivanhoe, with big stars, Elizabeth Taylor and so on, to try and make the program fatter and juicier. The third thing is that the usherettes are buzzing about, and when they find a seat, they come and take you off the end of the row. So you're not in the freezing cold, you're catching up with the picture, and you get the very next seat.
Old Cavendish Street.